Hey Cobras, welcome back to another episode in Cobra Kai Theory. Today I want to go over my Season 6 predictions. Now, if you haven't seen my previous video regarding Terry Silver dying and being sick of some terminal illness, go check that one out because it'll give some backstory to this one and you'll be all caught up. So my predictions going into Season 6 are that, well, Kreese is now free, he's out of jail, but the cops are still after him because now he's committed other felonies, such as escaping jail and attacking innocent doctors. So the cops are going to be looking for him. I think Kreese is going to lay low a little bit with Tory Nichols. I think she is going to help him out for sure. I think we'll understand more about Tory's story and her mother, who, hey, might be Julie Pierce. I don't know. I'll go along with the fan theories too, but I think that would just make the world a little too small in Cobra Kai. The universe would be too compact. Now, Terry Silver has really wronged Kreese, and I think Silver's lawyers will get him out of jail. They'll get him out of any immediate trouble, and he'll find a way to twist the arm of the judge and jury, perhaps, where he won't look like the bad guy. Now, Kreese, I believe, is terminally ill. He was at the hospital, and we've seen other mentions, little breadcrumbs in Season 4 even, as mentioned in the previous video, where Silver could be actually sick, like when he skipped his breakfast in Season 4, the first few episodes, and his butler said, "Should I call the doctor?" That's not really a normal thing to say just if you're not feeling like having breakfast, unless you've had pre-existing medical issues. Now, I think what will happen is Silver and Kreese will eventually fight each other. I think they both dislike each other. Kreese hates Silver for what he did, betraying him, lying about him, and putting him in jail, and now making his life even more difficult because he had to escape. And then Terry Silver hates Kreese because he's always holding this over his head, that he saved his life in the war. So I think once they fight it out, just like Robby and Miguel did as Johnny ordered, I think then they'll probably get over their issues, or they'll maybe go their separate ways for a bit. But in the end, they will have to come together for a massive fight to the death, and I think Terry Silver might die. Now, what is this fight to the death? I think Master Kim, who didn't care about financial reward for opening Cobra Kai and spreading it through the valley, she cared more about honoring the legacy of her grandfather, Master Kim Sun-young, who is the master of Terry Silver and John Kreese, among many other martial artists throughout the world. He is the master of Tong Soo Do karate, which is essentially the karate that Cobra Kai is based upon. Now I think, since she saw that Silver failed, she will bring someone else from Korea or from Asia or from wherever who is much more powerful than she is, much more of a badass. Perhaps her uncle, perhaps her brother, heck, perhaps her grandmother, who knows? She'll bring this new person in and they'll probably have some crazy ideas to help spread Cobra Kai or their own karate throughout the world. Or perhaps they'll come and they'll try and defeat Silver and Kreese for bringing shame to their dojo or bringing shame to their karate. I'm not sure exactly what the reason is or what they would do to the valley, but I think it just wouldn't be good. There needs to be a bigger bad than just Silver and Kreese. And I think this would cause Daniel, Johnny, Chozen, maybe even Mike Barnes, which would be cool, Silver and Kreese to all team up and fight this bigger threat. I think in the end, the fight would be an all-out war. It would cause Terry Silver to perish. Johnny and John Kreese would probably mend their weird father and son relationship, or John Kreese would sacrifice himself for Johnny, which would be absolutely wild. You know, these guys are sort of quote-unquote bad guys, sure, but if they sacrifice themselves for the greater good, for a character that we love, for the good guys in a sort of loving way, kind of like what Luke did for Vader, but this time just opposite characters, I think that would have a really profound effect on the audience. I think it would tell a really good story, and it would redeem these characters, which in the end is what life is all about, is redeeming yourself from previous acts, previous choices, and always improving who you are. I think that's what would make a really good story, and I think it would really evolve the character of John Kreese, Terry Silver, to a heightened state where they will be remembered forever, not just as villains, but when compared to a bigger bad, they will definitely shine through as the good guys. And who doesn't like a redeemed villain, right? Case in point, Darth Vader. So those are my very loose predictions for season 6. Now, as for what will happen to each character, well, I can make some videos and theories on those, maybe like 2-3 minutes long, but I think overall, this could be something that would be really interesting for season 6, and then that would encapsulate the entire show in 6 seasons, because you don't want it to run on for too long. It would tell a story of all the main characters, as well as diving into the little minutiae details of Tory Nichols and her family, because I think there's a lot there, and it would redeem the characters of John Kreese and Terry Silver in the eyes of the boys, the main boys, Daniel and Johnny. So let me know in the comments, and I'll make further videos on your guys' comments and theories as well, on who you think the bigger bad could be. Will we even have one? Will it just be John Kreese and Terry Silver? I just think that would make the universe far too small. So I think if we really want to expand, we gotta go crazy. We gotta bring in some bigger bad, and we gotta put the stakes really freaking high, which means someone's probably gotta sacrifice themselves in the end. You know, and I don't mean Daniel or Johnny, because I just think that would alienate the audience, but I think a character that was kind of on his way out already, and I think that could be Terry Silver. I think they're just writing it that way, that he's sick, so he's on his way out anyways. Might as well go out the good guy, the hero. Perhaps they get in trouble with the underworld of the karate dojos, or who knows. We will see what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, if you had fun, and comment your theories down below. As always, I love reading them. I enjoy this community very much. You guys are always so positive and fun, and it's a great time being here. You make me want to continue to make videos. It's pretty great. Have an awesome rest of your day or night, wherever you are watching this in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, remember, pain does not exist in this dojo, does it?
Do you think Mike and Johnny would be friends in high school, or is Mike the top of the food chain kind of guy, at least at that age?
I don't know. From what we know and remember, Johnny was kind of an upper crusty guy.
Yeah.
Right? His family and Allie's family belonged to a country club.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mike didn't belong to a country club. I don't know if that implies that Johnny was kind of an elitist at that time, but
probably.
Mike, for a 17-year-old kid to be brought down to Los Angeles and get into cahoots with the likes of Terry Silver, so yeah. I think Mike was a lot more rough around the edges, more of kind of probably a little more of a street type kid, less parental guidance, etc. Would they have been friends? I don't know. I think they would have had to respect each other's mutual martial arts ability, but that may have set them up as being, the two badasses at the school. I think. I don't know. I'm extrapolating. Probably they would have offered. I think they might have offered an invitation to Mike to join the Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
and
probably.
I think not being paid to do it. I think Mike was kind of a loner, and I think he might have remained a lone wolf.
Yeah, he definitely was a lone wolf.
This is all me just kind of.
That's just theorizing. Yeah, no, man. That's the fun of it. What I know you've told this story in many other interviews, but for the fans here, how was it when you got the role? How did you get the role? All that. Take us through the story.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but I'll tell you.
Sure.
So, I had moved out to Los Angeles in 1987. I was going to school previously at Boston University. I was studying political science. I knew I wanted to begin my acting career, and I figured, you either have to go to New York or you have to go to LA. And it was easier to starve where the sun was out. And so I decided to go to LA, and I enrolled at UCLA to finish my political science degree. I was home in my little town of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, in western Pennsylvania. And I had studied karate for years there. And my Sensei William Stoner, eventually joined Shihan Fumio Demura's school, which was a much bigger school that was based in California. And Sensei Demura was Pat Morita's stunt double. Okay.
Cool.
And so he told me, he said, Sean, they're gonna have this audition for the new bad guy in Karate Kid 3, and I know you want to be an actor, and you should audition for it. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was home. I was hanging out like on the stoop at a sort of gas station convenient mart. My friends and I used to always go. We'd stay up late and we just talk. And they were home from college, and so I told them about this audition, and I said, I'm gonna go to this audition, and I'm gonna get this part. And to their credit, my friends didn't laugh at me. They were really supportive and believed that that was possible. So they did an open call. And an open call or a cattle call